Greetings, writers. It's Mr. Mashanya here. Just want to take a few minutes and talk about the final stage or round of the next big thing, which is the pitch. Up until this point, you've completed round one and round two of the next big thing. Round one was your proposal, where you began to explore and suggest an idea that you wanted to go further with. Round two was the paper that you and or your team have composed. And both round one and round two were about the next big thing, about how and why you want to change and improve some aspect of tech's culture and community. Well, now that the proposal is done and now that the paper has been submitted, it is time for the pitch. It is time for you to boil down your ideas, your research, your appeals, your presentation, and give a short pitch to the school leadership team to consider your issue for improving school culture and community, whether or not they want to invest their time, their talent, and their resources in going forward in your endeavor. This pitch has a real audience. These pitches will be seen by the principal and members of the school leadership team. So be aware that there is a real audience. So, what we're looking for in the pitch is not you reading your paper in 3 minutes, but taking a few minutes to think about what angle you want to use to present these ideas to your audience in order to grab their attention and get them interested in investing in your cause and your issue. Remember, changes that have happened in tech in the last few years are a direct result of the pitches that have been presented to the principal and others regarding the next big thing. So this is real, people. So, number one, how do we present this pitch? Well, first, you'll notice I have several links here with different ways people approached the pitch. Remember, the pitch is not academic. The pitch is presentational. The pitch is not supposed to just be a rehash of your paper. The pitch is supposed to be a way to consider the situation you're in, the audience you're speaking to, and how you can grab their attention and bring them in to want to consider what you have to say. So your pitch may be highly dramatized, meaning you are acting out scenarios, you are presenting situations and commenting on them. Some of the examples you'll see are very dramatized in nature. Some of the examples are very simplistic in their presentation, but nonetheless compelling. They're very presentational in nature. It's one or two or three people simply speaking at the camera, but through inflection, gesture, passion, um, presentation, delivery skills, they are making a plea to the school leadership team to consider their plight. You have some pitches that are a hybrid of the two. There are scenarios that are being acted out. There are also moments where people are speaking directly to the camera. Whichever way you decide to take your pitch, by yourself or with your team, depending on how you're working, it doesn't really matter so much as that you are employing rhetorical appeals, language, delivery to try to best capture the audience. Remember, we're considering number two, how will we be rated on this pitch? Number two, will be rated along the same 5 criteria. You'll be rated according to meaning. How well do you grasp the essential components of your issue and make them palatable and relevant for your audience? Development. How well do you employ rhetorical appeals to capture and appeal to your audience's attention? Organization. How well is the video laid out and organized so that the audience can follow your argument and see the relevance of the issue? Style. Is the language, the production value appealing enough and engaging enough to capture your school leadership team's attention? And finally, conventions. Is the video quality, the delivery clear and precise enough so that we can follow what you're saying and what we're seeing on the screen? So the same 5 fields of feedback will apply. Number 3, where do we submit this? You're going to use the link on Google Classroom and submit to Flip. That's where these pitches will reside. If you are having technical problems and are unable to access Flip, you may load the media onto Google Classroom with the assignment and submit it that way. If you're working by yourself, of course, you're going to submit for yourself. If you're working as a team, one of you may submit for that presentation, please make it clear to me who is submitting for the team, like who's a member of that team. So if you're a member of 4 people, then and only one person is submitting, please make it clear in a note or a comment that this is for everyone's presentation. All right. Check out the examples, check out the explanation. Feel free to speak to me about this when you can. We will not have a lot of time in class to work on this. If we have some playlist days, you're welcome to work on this during that time. But explore, have fun with it. It doesn't have to be very long. The video is set for a maximum of 5 minutes. That does not need to be. Probably around 3 minutes is a good time. A little more, a little less is okay. But just think about how you can boil it down to grab the school leadership team and make your thing the next big thing our school gets involved in.